What up, it's your boy Dvrth back at it again with another video, and today we're here with To Your Eternity episode 20. This is the last episode of season 1. And knowing this episode, it's not gonna be fun. I really want to be left off on at least a hopeful note. But like I said, knowing the show, I don't even want to jinx myself. Last episode, we finally got rid of, or at least for now, we don't really know what could possibly go down along the line. It's a long life for Fushi, and it's a long story to be told ahead. But we got rid of, for now, Hayase. Hayase seemed to have gotten attacked by a knocker. However, attacked, I use loosely. We don't know just yet. But outside of that, Tanari and Sandal, I believe, decided to stay on the island and help create something better out of it, create better and new futures for the rest of the people that whose children they save. So doing a really good job there. Also, we had Liger the owl come along with us, or come along with Fushi, to go search for Pioran, because I for some reason forgot up until like the very end. I was like, oh shit, we don't have Pioran, we need to find Pioran. Problem being is that Pioran is very old, and it is going to take a good amount of time to find her wherever she may be. So fingers crossed that we find my dog safe and relatively healthy, you know, but I guess we'll just see in this episode. So let's find out how this all ends, or at least how season 1 ends. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more To Your Eternity or something totally different, the best place to that in, as always, my social media links going to be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, or the full length reaction to these episodes, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Links going to be in the description below for that as well. So with all that being said, let's get our headphones, make sure they're on. The bitches is on, and let's just get into it. Actually, I think I can look at this, because it's the last episode. Ain't no way. Because what are they gonna spoil? It's the last episode. Spoiled what? Oh, older March. Okay. I guess that could have. I guess that kind of could have been a spoiler. Okay, they spoiled the zombies. I don't know who the fuck this is. Who is this? Watch out, I wasn't supposed to watch this. That would have been tough. Guess they spoiled the knockers. Okay. Tanari falling in the fire, but that. Yeah, I mean, they spoiled the zombies. And I guess they could have spoiled March's death. Oh, we found her so quickly. Never mind. That was quick. He's afraid. He's afraid to bring that type of danger to Pioran. But I think Pioran's at the end of her life. Like, I think she would want to see you again, you know? Like, genuinely, I think that would make her happy. Oh yeah, yeah. Alright, she's just eating peas, dog. Like, go help her out. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad people are helping out Pioran. Oh, no, it doesn't matter what you... No, it's not what you provide, it's Exactly. Come on, bro. A rat? Listen here, bitch. I hate this. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. Like, right? Go give her a coat, a blanket, something. You niggas think that. So y'all think that I'm just out here playing. Oh, you think I won't? Oh, mink, stupid. Yeah, feel that in your brain. Wait. There's a chance that should be killed by it. Yeah? That's true. She's begins to. Oh yeah. Man. Oh man. Oh. Oh. Damn it. Damn, man. But you can't just stay away from people that you love because you're afraid to lose them. That's no way to live. Poor Piotr. God! I spoiled myself. The little girl is Piotr. She's dead. Oh, she's dead. Dead. The little. Oh, as soon as I saw that purple. Oh, she's dead. This shit lame. I hate this show so much. Oh. Make the rest of her life as good as you possibly can. What the fuck? So 90 years old. He's killed. He's killed. Nice. Continue to change since you. Perhaps 14. Okay. Okay. Around that time, you start to get that, so. What? Okay, right. Okay. Oh! No. She's gonna get her wish! Oh no! Bro. I shouldn't have watched that LP. Fuck. Tell me like a horse. Okay.
フシはこの老婆に尊い何かを感じたようだ。しかし、老婆はその尊い何かを失いつつあった。
What? Yeah.
その変化は
Oh no, dude. No, she's oh no. Dude. Oh no. She thinks the young boy is coming. She's. Yeah. Oh no, dude.
そしてフシ自身も少しずつ変化していった。突きゆくものに対して最大限のあがきだったのかもしれない。フシ、わしはあんたに出会えて幸せじゃったよ。雨が降りそうじゃ。干しとる芋と魚取り込んでくれんか。うん。
Our last moments on Earth are a complete moment of clarity. Oh, oh, you piece of shit of a fucking show.
はい。フシについて回っとるとかいう。暗いな。今のうちにわしを連れて行け。
He knows.
できるなら。今度はもっとフシの役に立つものへと生まれ変わらせてくれ。あいつを大切に思うならば。
Oh, it's really over.
お前の魂はお前の肉体があって初めてこう足りうる。肉体が変わればお前をお前たらしめる。
Which makes you you.
それでもよいか。
Is he really about to reincarnate her? Oh my god. Close your eyes. A horse? Oh. That's what she said that she pretty much was back in the day. Oh my. It was her! Pyodon, you fucking demon. You were beautiful, Pyodon. You absolutely were. Oh no. Really? Really? Oh, bro. God damn it. Lost my nick. Oh, my nigga Pyodon, bro. Oh.
お前の夢は何だ？フシ。わしみたいにやりたいことをやれ。ありがとう、ピオラン。
There's nothing more we say about Fushi. Decades. Jesus. Good lord. Whoa. He got nasty with it. Oh. Oh fuck. That's how you ended? Big boy Fushi? In the death of Pure. Oh. What did he do? God. Is that it? Is there any... I don't know. Probably. Oh, gotta... That's too much. That shit got a little too real for me. I ain't about to lie. This one of them shows that get a little too real for me every now and then, and I ain't like that. That's it. That's what it ended off on. Wow. Okay. All right. Yep. We will definitely have to watch that. Season 2. More pain and suffering. Here we come. I don't have a lot to say. This was one of those episodes, much like Monster Brothers, or what was the Goo Goo episode? Much like Monster Brothers, Brother Monsters, whatever it was. This was one of those episodes that was a little real for me. I think that's something that not just, I mean, anime does it really well, but a lot of shows can do this as well, and have done this as well for many people. But where you're watching a show and the subject matter becomes so real, so applicable to your, maybe your personal life or struggle or whatever, that it's almost hard to watch. And that's what this episode was for me. Is it, like I said, the same thing as it was for like Monster Brothers whenever episode 8, whenever we got to that episode. So Pyoran was probably one of my favorite characters. There aren't a lot of characters in this show. Like there's like a huge cast, but Pyoran is was probably one of my favorite characters of the show. If not, she was my favorite. Next to like Goo Goo. Like Goo Goo is my dog, I ain't about to lie. But Pyoran was definitely, she was definitely up there. Like, but I always knew that Pyoran had to die, right? And not just like in the sense of like, oh, she's human, she's not Fushi, you know, so of course she has to die. But I always knew that Pyoran was in the twilight of her life, right? And it was always a bit of anxiety in the back of my mind about losing Pyoran. But it wasn't just losing Pyoran, right? It was losing, like slowly but surely losing Pyoran, which is what we saw here. The way Pyoran went out is what really got me. It wasn't that, oh yeah, she has to die and she died peacefully in her sleep and that's really sad. No, it's that Pyoran was slowly but surely losing her mind. She was losing her body. She was losing her body, her mind. She was getting old. And I'm sure like a lot of people have gone through this specific struggle of seeing people that you love And like I try not to get into too much personal stuff on the channel, not because I'm like, well, it's my personal stuff and it's none of anybody else's business. It's not really that. It's just that, like, who gives a fuck, you know? Like, who gives a fuck? But I will say that this is a struggle that I have had to deal with too many times. Like, once is enough to deal with something like this, is just watching somebody that you care about get old and basically lose themselves. But this is something that I'm very familiar with, not only just in like immediate family and stuff like that, but like I think I've said this before, but I used to work at a senior home where I made a lot of friends. I mean, that was like, I made a fuck ton of friends doing that job. And unfortunately, when you work for places like that and you make friends with the people there, you have relationships like Pioran, where they're great people, you love them to death, but you know they're in the twilight of their lives and they start to get old and they start to show signs of getting old, like losing their body, then they lose their mind, and then they finally have this sense of clarity. And that's why immediately I was like, oh my god, she's dead, right? Because it happens exactly like that. Is that they lose everything, and then at the very last moment they have this sense of clarity of, oh, I'm gonna die. And the thing with Pioran is that when she has that moment of clarity, and this is what happens with a lot of people, but is that when they have this moment of clarity, they tend to like make their final wishes. And I think that's the best way I can put it, right? They tend to make their final wishes. And that's not to say like, oh, this is on my bucket list or anything like that, but they tend to kind of like finally speak their mind. This is what I want. Like, now that it's the end, this is all I need everybody to do. Like my loved ones and everything, this is what I need you to do. And Pioran had this moment of clarity where she realizes, oh, I'm dying. So in this moment, this very rare moment that I have my mental faculties together, let me, Fushi, go get food. Let me get you out of here. Hey, black thing, pull up. I need something of you. I know that whatever you, because she knows that whatever Fushi is otherworldly, and she knows that she's smart enough to know that whatever created Fushi has to be something a step above that. That has to be the closest thing to God that any person is ever going to, convene with, right? So having a conversation with the creator and having this moment of clarity, it was interesting to me to see what she was going to ask for, which her answer was just about as interesting as I could have expected. Is whatever happens to my soul, make sure that I come back as something useful to Fushi. And this is where I have to bring back what I said about like people usually have this moment of clarity right before they die. Is it's usually whenever they talk to their loved ones or anything like that, it's usually a thing of comforting them. And in this situation, it's the same thing, is that Pioran wanted very badly to continue to be useful to Fushi. We've had the conversation before with Pioran where she said that all she wants is to stick by Fushi and be of some service to her. or to him, my bad. I guess Fushi doesn't really have a gender, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's all she wanted, is to be of some type of service to Fushi. And while all throughout that time, she absolutely was. She made Fushi happy. Fushi made her happy, and they, lived a relatively comfortable life for the kind of life that they lived. In the end, she still wanted that. She still wanted to continue to serve, to continue to be of service to Fushi, asking like face to face with God and saying, "Hey, bro, if you was really real, this is what you would do for me." Asking to be basically reincarnated into something useful for Fushi, which could be, in a lot of ways, she was turned into an orb, so it could have been a lot of things. And I don't know how the creator's going to distribute this orb or anything like that, or how the creator's going to, like, I don't know how exactly this is going to work. Like, I don't know if the creator's going to specifically go out and seek something to turn Pyoran into, or he's going to do the same thing that he did with Fushi, and okay, you're out in the world, but in a lot of ways I would assume it's going to be like a horse or some type of animal, because she basically said during the episode, she was like, yeah, back in my day I used to toil around and work like a workhorse, however she said it. And that seems to be what she always was like growing up. That's the type of life that she lived, was in service for people that she cared about, or in service for people that she wanted to care about, or people that she felt needed caring for. And in her death, she still wants to do that, only she wants to be reincarnated into something that can continue on that self legacy that she created. So it's a really beautiful thing to see. And like I said, whatever Pyoran turns out to be reincarnated into, I hope that we do get to see her again in one way or another. I think that's pretty much, I think that kind of like what the idea is here, is that no matter what form Pyoran takes, the best thing for Fushi is that they get to meet again. And I would hope that the creator upholds that that request. But yeah, that entire episode was very hard for me to watch. Like I said, I don't really have much to say, because it was just very, very tough. I will say I should not have watched the OP. I thought to myself, it's the last episode. What could they spoil? Pyoran dying. I mean, like, they don't show Pyoran dying, but like, you see a little girl, and I'm like, I ain't never seen that person. And then like later on in the episode, I see Pyoran has like a purple headband, and I'm like, oh fuck. I guess I shouldn't have watched it. But yeah, I guess the other side of this episode that we should talk about, outside of just Pyoran and her death, is Fushi. During the episode, Fushi went back and forth, like thinking to himself, like, oh, I should go give Pyoran this. She may need this. Oh no, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. No, but she needs this, and oh no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And the thing is that Fushi has to learn, and maybe he has learned these decades that we just skipped, but Fushi kind of has to learn that you can't live away from people because you're afraid that you'll get them hurt, or that you'll cause misfortune, especially people that desperately want to be around you, right? That people that enjoy your company. It's no way to live to go around being afraid to make friends, family, lovers, whatever, and you know, be afraid of that because you think that you'll lose them or you'll get them hurt, right? And even if it is true, these people are okay with it, right? And it kind of brings back the creator's point of like some people just get to choose when they die, you know, and that's very true. Like, yes, it sounds very cold and callous coming from him, but it's true that if this person knows that being with you is going to cause, you know, their untimely death, but they enjoy being with you that much that they don't care about all that, okay, fine. That's you guys' life, and if that's what brings them happiness, that's the type of life that they should live. Of course, there's different situations and stuff like that, but I think I think a lot of people get the gist of that, you know, of that lesson, is that, you know, there's just simply no way to live. So I do really like that we got to that Fushi eventually was like, you know, fuck it, right? And even then, like, he was prepared to run away, but it was Pioran who had to bring him back and be like, no, like, I'm glad to see you again. Like, he was ready to hot-footed out of there, and it was Pioran who brought him back and like hugged him and was, you know, brought him to tears to know that she wanted him there as well. And of course she did, but, you know, it was almost like he could finally be happy with her, right, instead of being afraid of losing her. And even then, like, he developed a system in order to keep her safe, and that's basically how you would have to do it, is that when you're in that situation, and when you've agreed upon that situation, you know, that doesn't mean that you can't put in the work to make sure that person is safe, right? It just means that you're gonna put in a little bit more work. So I'm glad that hopefully Pioran reinforced that lesson into Fushi, which brings me into like I guess it's one of the last things I want to talk about before we head off into season 2. Oh god, just more pain. That eventually, now that Fushi has lost Pioran, unfortunately, and has in a lot of ways become his own man, and is now going to follow his own path. He has to kind of find out what he wants for himself, right? And I think that's what he needs to start considering, right? I think that's what Pioran was trying to, the knowledge that Pioran was trying to impart in him, is that now he has to kind of not just live for himself, but make something out of life for himself, right? I think that's pretty much what being human is all about, is making something out of life for yourself. Whereas Fushi was constantly trying to figure out how to move forward, and like how to, you know, and helping other people is good and stuff, but like hopefully Fushi takes Pioran's wisdom to heart, and he actually goes out and he lives life, like for real lives life. Yes, the knockers will come, and they will be a constant hindrance to his life, but life is full of hindrances, so that shouldn't stop him from simply making the most out of everything, because To Your Eternity is in some ways a battle shonen. I don't think does this count as a battle shonen? I think it's more of like a somewhere in between shonen and seinen. I don't know how people like categorize this show, but because this can kind of be seen as almost a battle shonen sometimes because the fights and stuff like that, or a battle seinen, whatever. You kind of expect the fights to be something that you want to get rid of, and yeah, of course you want to try to remedy it the best that you can. Is, you know, you want to make the world a better place and your life a better place, but I think it's more of just him rolling with the punches and, like we just said, you know, making the best out of his life. I think that's something that Pyoron would want for Fushi. Now, that ending, that was some shit, because we just skipped decades. Now I don't know what he means by decades. I don't know what the creator means by decades. He could mean just like 20 years. He could mean 30. That nigga could have meant 50 years have passed, but from looking at seeing like how old he is at the end, and knowing he was around 14 when Pyoron died, it's probably 20 years, probably about 20 years, more or less, probably a little more. So he's probably like 34. It seems like he never changed out of his nameless boy form, so of course that's why he grew up a little bit, or a lot of it. But I do wonder what black the black thing, or the creator, means by like, oh, now he's giving me something to like report on, because apparently for decades he basically had nothing to say about Fushi until like now. He's like, but now this nigga something, I gotta speak on it, you know. So I am excited to see what exactly that is in season 2. As much pain and suffering as that shit is going to bring me, but this show for this season has been really good. I really enjoyed the story for this. I haven't seen too many shows about it, Immortal, though this one has been done pretty well because of how they treat the idea of danger for Fushi, and how they treated the whole thing of people will die, like people that you care about will die around you simply from existing because you're immortal and they are not, right? So being able the way that they handled these like situations that you will obviously have when you're dealing with immortal beings as your main character was really good. They still kept it entertaining, didn't have it become too stale, and kept the course with what they wanted the story to be. And we still have more story to go, so I am really interested in seeing what season, how far is what I really want to say, right? Like, we know that we're about 20 years into the future, at least starting in season 2, but how far will this show go? Like, will it be like a modern era to this? Will it be futuristic? Will we stay in like more, not medieval, but more primitive times, I guess, and then like end it at the modern era or anything like that? But I'm really interested in seeing how far does this Immortals journey go, and on top of that, how far do the knockers go while Fushi, as our immortal main character, continues on his journey? Because of course we still have to realize that the knockers are intelligent. They can evolve themselves, or innovate themselves, I should say, just as much as Fushi evolves himself. So They pose themselves as interesting antagonists, and yes, I call them antagonists because we don't know what their purpose or their mission is. It is like, for all we know, it could be a good thing. Technically, like, you're still killing people. Like, it can look bad on the outside, but their intentions could be good. The road the road to hell is paved with good intentions, so we don't know just yet. We have to see more on the knockers before we make our verdict on, like, no, they're just villains, which I doubt they are. I think that I've said this time and time again, but I think the knockers and the creator or creators have very similar goals, but a little less similar ways of going about achieving those goals. So I guess we'll see in the next episode, or not next episode, we'll see in season 2. Of course, this show just had to end it off on some sad shit. Just had to. And I'm sure season 2 is gonna be no better. It's probably gonna start off on some sad shit. And I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I feel like going through that right now. But I think the show doesn't give a fuck. So we'll see. We'll see. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more To Your Eternity or something totally different, the best place to that in, as always, my social media links are going to be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, subscribe to my Patreon. Links are going to be in the description for that as well. We also have the full length reactions on there as well. And we have Discord if you want to join that. That's also going to be in the description. Jesus fucking Christ. So with all that being said, and season 1 of To Your Eternity being in the books and done, you all stay amazing. Off button. Jesus fucking Christ. You all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.